Oh, welcome to Still Speak Podcast. So last night I came back after being away for a week due to the holidays, and we also discussed Anne-Marie Cusimano. There is no further information. I went digging and couldn't find much of anything, and there's been no developments. And in that video, I mentioned that I was going to be bringing you some missing persons stories tonight, unless there was developments there. The ones that I saved to bring to you tonight, it turns out that they already have been found or solved. So there's that. So I have no missing person to bring you tonight. There are many out there, I'm sure, just haven't seen more than the ones I have saved. So I am having some internet difficulties. It's working, but it's in and out, and it's really slow tonight, and my kids keep freaking out because they watch a movie before bed and it keeps, stopping the movie. And so I was like, all right, well, we're having internet issues because I'm having the same issue with recording. So I was on YouTube tonight before coming on here while I was getting everybody settled for the night, and I stumbled across a channel that I had not seen before. And when I clicked on it out of curiosity, because it was about Summer Wells, it was a video of two women. One, I believe her name was Jess, and the other one was Alex. And the channel was called Granny is Watching. And they were talking about the Summer Wells case. And basically it was supposed to be a debate because they had differing opinions. And I was really pleasantly surprised how well the conversation went about Summer Wells' case, given they had different opinions. In the Summer Wells case, I have mentioned that there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of fighting and just pure chaos involving her case on YouTube, that at this point I usually avoid any video that has her face on it or has her name in the description, because of the circus her story has become. And 9.5 out of 10 times, it's people arguing about the case when I click play. There is just too many hands in the cookie jar, so to speak, and people have gotten so overly emotionally attached to the story that they're incapable of having a normal discussion, even though they may not agree on their views of the case. But this channel that I was listening to, these two women did a fantastic job. They were very kind to one another. There was no arguing. It was an actual discussion, and it was really enjoyable. I really, really, really liked it. And I wanted to share their channel names because it sounds like they may be doing more videos together on certain days of the week. So the one that I stumbled upon, it was called Granny is Watching, GRANNY 'S Watching, and then the other one was Alex Erickson. And so take a listen. Their video tonight about summer was actually really good. And the one girl, Jess, she actually said a lot of what I said in my Summer Wells series. So I agreed with almost everything she was saying. And it's not that I disagreed with Alex. Alex was actually very open to what Jess was saying. And you don't normally see that. And I'm hoping that one day when I'm capable of going live on this channel, you have to hit a certain amount of subs to get there, that we can do something like that where you all can come up And if you have a differing view than me, we can discuss it and, do it kind and civil and really debate these cases. Their video actually got me thinking, because we're covering a lot of stories at this time that are still ongoing, in addition to the stories that I bring you of missing people. For example, we're discussing Murdaugh and Heidi Plank, and we were doing Petito's case, and there's many others, okay? And so I started thinking about it, and I was like, right now, everything's kind of slow right now with the holidays and the new year, etc. And so there's not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot for us to discuss. So I wanted to come to you and ask you if there is any particular case you would like to hear my view on, or my standpoint, or any case that you just feel needs attention, or anything like that. If you do, put it in the comments. I will gladly do a video. And in between the missing persons cases and the cases that we're still waiting on more developments, we could have these discussions about other cases. I did a 10-part series on Summer Wells. She is the reason I started my channel. I said a lot in those videos, and I was thinking about it, and there has not been more developments, but it's the type of case where there's a lot to discuss. And after hearing them discuss it tonight, I guess you can say it was sparked from them, I was actually curious if anybody would be interested in a 1-hour video where I condense my 10-part series into one, and I give my take on certain aspects of the case. I know there's a lot of people out there that know of Summer Wells, but they kind of have tuned it out due to the drama and nonsense. They feel that it's gotten so complex and so involved in so many moving parts that they don't even know where to start to begin to follow it, because there's just so much chaos involved in it. So if you're interested in doing that, we can definitely do that. I know some people are following the Michael Vaughn monkey. He went missing from, I believe it was Idaho, not long after Summer Wells went missing, and they're following that closely and like to discuss that one. The issue I have with that one is that there's really not a whole lot to discuss. He vanished, they searched for him, and since then, it's been nothing. The parents haven't really, spoken out. The mother has a little bit. So there's not a whole lot that we can cover with that. Putting his face out and his name is one thing. I can do that on my social media accounts. But to actually have a discussion about his story, there's just not a whole lot there. I don't know what cases you're following, but I did follow the Morphew case. I know about 80% of it. I can definitely find out the other 20%, and we can discuss that one. I also followed the Gannon case in Colorado. His stepmom is currently in jail. She is a hot mess, and poor Gannon did not deserve to be killed in the way that he was killed. It's absolutely awful story. We can get into the Vallow case if you want to. That's the Doomsday Mom. The thing with that case is that it's very much like Murdaugh, where there's just so much involved that you need a whiteboard, and it's really confusing, and if you know nothing about the case, you might just get completely lost, but I can do my best to recap it and only include the important details. And there's many others. I talked about what was the little boy in Las Vegas? My goodness, there's so many. Amari, who was killed by the mom's boyfriend. I did a video on him already. I did a video on Samuel Olson, who was killed by his father's girlfriend. I did follow the Cash Gurnan story, so if you're interested in that and you want to talk about that further, we can do a video on that. And I also listened to Xavier Harrelson's story, or I followed it. I didn't listen to it, but I followed it. So I don't know. You tell me, is there a story I don't know about? Is there a story that needs attention or that you want to discuss? Just let me know in the comments. If you want to do a Summer Wells video where it's more condensed than my 10-part series on it, we can do that. And what I think would be really interesting is if we do that, in the comments of this video, you can tell me if you disagree with me when I say I don't believe the parents are involved. And I know that's not a popular opinion, but I don't think that. I don't think they're great people, but I don't think that they're killers. And if you don't agree with me, that's totally fine, okay? We have the right to our opinions, and quite frankly, none of us know what happened, so there's no reason to argue over it. And what you can do is you can say, I disagree, and here's why, and then list me, 3 to 5 reasons why you disagree with me, and then I can read that, and if I can counter it, or say, a reply to it, a response on a video of why I disagree with you, that can also be really interesting. Because then people who are listening can hear your opinion, and then me countering it, and then the next person's opinion, and then me countering it, and it gives them all these different views, and then they can come to their own conclusion. So I don't know. You tell me what you think. But if it is that you're interested in doing a shorter video on Summer Wells and you disagree with me, go ahead and tell me in the comments. I'll be totally fine with that. I do believe that Summer was abducted, and I believe that it was somebody that is close with the family who knew their patterns and behaviors and knew that Summer would be unattended on the land. I don't know who, I just think that it is somebody closer to the family than we're even expecting, okay? And so that's where I stand at this point based upon everything we've seen so far. I know this video is all over the place, but I'm trying to record it quickly while my internet is semi-cooperating. So since I have no missing person to bring you tonight, and I just got finished listening to that video, it sparked me to come to you and say, hey, you sub to me, you listen to me, and I greatly appreciate it. What do you want to discuss, right? What do you want to hear me talk about? Tell me in the comments while we're waiting for developments on all the other stories we have already covered on this channel. I wish we had more information about the other cases, but unfortunately, everything seems to be at a standstill right now. And doing this will not hinder me from continuing to bring you more missing person stories. We just have to see those cases and collect the information to bring it to you. And by we, I actually mean I. I don't know why I said we. And sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't. Depends on how often they're being shared. I'm in a lot of missing person groups, but sometimes I just don't see it on my Facebook news feed. So like I said, the ones that I had saved that I wanted to bring to you, they already have been solved or found. But I'll be looking for more tomorrow, because my main goal, besides the discussions, is to bring awareness to missing person cases. That's like my number one goal on here. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. I'm a parent, so I am not going out tomorrow. I'll be right here. What we do is we do some fireworks with the kids, like sparklers and those the ones that you throw and they make that popping sound. I think they're called poppets. And we do the kids Netflix countdown. Every year they usually have a few different ones you can choose from, and we do that about 8 o'clock at night, and we're like, with the kids and all the excitement, and then they, go to bed, and we usually miss the ball dropping because we're fast asleep. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes we make it, sometimes we don't. Where I live, fireworks are legal, and every single year, at midnight, it sounds like World War III is going on outside my house until probably about 3 a.m. So even if I'm sleeping, I end up getting woken up by the fireworks. As a matter of fact, about an hour ago when I was listening to that video, I heard fireworks going off because, people buy them in advance and they start setting them off early, and they'll continue for a week after New Year's because everybody's trying to use up the fireworks that they bought. This also happens around the 4th of July as well. Anyway, you didn't need to know all that. But what I was trying to get at here is that even though tomorrow's New Year's Eve and most of you probably have plans, or you too may be sleeping at midnight, I do plan to come and do a video because we're not doing anything. We're staying home. It's just far too dangerous to go out on New Year's Eve. It's just not worth it. So expect me back tomorrow night. There shouldn't be a reason why I don't come back, but you never know, right? So we'll have to see. And I want to wish you all a very happy New Year. Be safe. Use Uber. Be smart. And I can't believe it's going to be 2022. That just flew by. 1 minute it was 2019, and here we are going into 2022. It's been really wild the last 2 years. And I'm saying Happy New Year now, in case you're not here tomorrow night for my other video. And again, just stay safe. And until next time, I'll see you soon, or I'll see you in the new year. Bye-bye.